We were trying to time it out with the drums there. Or the bass drop. That's how you going, man. Appreciate the sub. Cheers to that. How's the week going? Also, on the right camera. It's a little funny. Oh, yeah, we're good. Ugh. Yeah, I'm not too sure what I'm going to play tonight. I think we're just running it back with Flygon, to be honest. Standard, I haven't been mucking around with it too much. Not that the game's in a bad spot. I don't know. I'm kind of just a bit burnt out of things at the moment, and I haven't really cooked up too much. Yeah, I think we'll send it back with Flygon this week. It was pretty fun last week. Maybe tweak the list, but at the same point, it felt like it was running pretty fluid. Recovering from regionals, but pretty good outside of that. Fair. Did you not have a great time over there? Because what deck did you end up running? Oh yeah, I think we just go with the Flygon. Flygon will be good. That's a little too loud. Zoroark Pagos? It's a fun deck. I don't know. I like Zoro just because it has that burst potential, but yeah, it's a B tier rogue deck. So you kind of have to just accept that. Like if you're playing up against people that have been just religiously testing a list that's pretty much been defined as meta, you're going to have a tricky time. Not saying that it can't win, but fun deck. Just wasn't setting up for you though. Like not finding the V-Star power by turn 2 kind of thing. Just getting that crazy burst power or burst draw power. Right, what are we into here? Area 0, Sneasler, something with Pagos that's also going to try and go for Petrant Donk before we can get a chance to play the game. Yep. So what do they get up to here? 50, 60, 80. Why did they scoop? They don't have the tool? You don't need to win by turn 1. You can, play a full game. People are funny. Why? Your friend kind of made it bad since he kept making social interactions awkward. Okay. Well, it happens. It happens. Lemon, how's it going? Long time not on your stream. So nah, you don't have to apologize. I haven't been super consistent lately. I think I took last Friday off. Oh, we were here Wednesday last week, but I've taken some time off. I'm getting a little bit burnt out at the moment, Lemon. I get it. Life happens. You weren't here. I wasn't here. It's fine. Balances out. How you been though, man? Dusty, met a Filipino caster at Perth and had a good time chatting with them, but once your friend came around, he made things weird and asked about stuff
triple!
Yeah! Dumb dude. How you doing, man? Don't really want to play live after the economy change? What do you mean? Like the credits thing? How you can't just buy hundreds of copies of the Charizard deck to manipulate the crafting material? It's a weird thing that they took away because it's a free-to-play game in that aspect, so it really wasn't hurting anyone, but yeah, I can understand that. I feel like they're making some moves to potentially monetize it, and that makes me hopeful. If they actually use the monetization as a way to fund improvements of the game. right? Because like that's the only logical reason I can see them removing the excess currency, leaning into the credits a bit more, and then making it so you can't just like bulk buy these things and get credits. Like either they're going to make it that you can purchase them, that would be good, or they'll make it so you can purchase credits, or the purple crystal things. It's fun when you got to try like different decks every week. Yeah, and like at the same time, you could have gone a little bit overboard and just stockpiled them. You still can try different decks every week. It's just got to be a little bit different with how you approach it. Lemon, you miss Pokemon cards, but there's almost no cards in your country. Ah, fair. Does make it tricky to play the cards when you don't have access to the cards. Okay, what am I going for here? Mimikyu? We just want to get a Mimikyu out. He can't really do anything to us. They do have a Greninja. Do I have Manaphy? I can't even remember if we played Manaphy in this list. I don't think we do. Start chipping him. Could also chuck a Klefki in the active. I'm saying Mimikyu. We're not even running the build that has Mimikyu, so no, we're not doing that. I think we just chuck Klefki in the active. We shut off his ability. Shut off Greninja's ability. Get 2 of these. Do I need to get 3 of these? I feel like I'm misplaying here. I've got a Forest Seal Stone. I didn't use it. I checked that down just because. Fuck, I'm done. We have a bonnet on the bench, guys. Oh, well, not my fondest moment. Not my fondest moment. You can tell it's the first game of the night. When? Nah, I'm just rusty for standard too. I've also been playing budget build battles. Check that on Xia. Check that on Xia. Pivot. Shut down his ability. Oh. Okay. So I'm going to do this crazy thing where I pay attention to what the hell I'm doing. Klefki shut off my own brute bonnet. That was dumb. Monetization's gonna. Why? Dumb dude. Like, agree to disagree. Monetization is a good thing. They have been giving us a entirely free product for several years now, and it's absolute shit. Monetizing it is fine. Monetizing it means that they'll have money to put into the game. There's reason for them to want to improve the game, right? If they have a paid battle pass, then there's expectations that, you know, they'll put new stuff on the battle pass, exclusive stuff on the battle pass. They'll have to do regular updates so that the game runs coherently, right? There'll be more like unique things coming up, and then there'd be reason to run like events. So that it's like, hey, buy tickets. Like look at Unite. Unite's monetized. You can play it entirely free to play, and it doesn't impact your experience. But people that want to sink some money into it are able to, and then it gives the developers funds to keep making the game and keep improving the game. Look at Pocket. Pocket is monetized. You can play that game also entirely free to play and have no issue really. You can still get a meta deck within like a week. Monetizing this, it's fine, right? Like the battle pass. Every time the battle pass resets, you're getting a full fresh deck that's come out of the brand new set. Like the chase card of that set, you're kind of just handed right when the set comes out. And then as you go through it, you're getting a lot of pieces to upgrade your decks. You're getting a lot of credits to upgrade your decks, like crafting specific things and get like the full art cards and stuff. If they monetize it, it would just likely be the battle pass goes back to having a 2-tier thing. Just one's actually paid. And then it gives them reason to want to improve the game because they're actually getting something out of it right now. Right now, this game is making them no money. There's no reason for them to improve it in any way, shape, or form. If they monetize it, there's incentive to do that. So like, no, monetization is fine. Having an entirely free-to-play client makes no sense. Like there is no reason for them to do this. And then people still whinge that it's like, oh, Live's broken. It's like, well, yeah, why would they fix it? There's nothing in it. They have no skin in the game, effectively. They're giving us a free product. Paid battle pass sounds pretty good for a consistent revenue stream for them. 100%. Paid battle pass or like paid decks even. Like the fact that we can buy the decks with the purple crystals, that's great. But like they really didn't need to do that, right? Like they're giving us ways to get these things entirely for free, and that's amazing. But they don't need to do that. Getting credits for free, okay, right? Like being able to build up your collection and then craft stuff, that's great. But like they're giving us a lot more than they need to, and then it's making it so there's no reason for them to have to improve anything. And then people are complaining when it's shit. But then people will complain when, oh, I have to pay for something all of a sudden. It's like, of course you have to pay for something. Why? Like nothing in life is free. They either need to add ads in or they need to monetize it, or there's no reason for them to improve it. And I know it's not a nice thing to hear, but it's just the reality of the world. If I didn't get paid, I wouldn't go to work. Why would they do the same? Oh, right. What are we into here? Check that down. Pass. There's no point in benching Luminion. I don't think we're getting donked here. We're playing into, it looks like Simi Sage. All right, the monkeys. The monkeys don't attack till turn 2. Unless they ran like Salvatore. And yeah, I don't know. I didn't mean for that to come off like as attacking you, it's saying, oh, monetization is going to suck. But this is just, it's reality. I'll happily give them $5 every 3 months if they can make this game better. I feel like cards and customization should all be credits, then products are crystals, so crystals become a paid currency, and then you just buy crystals instead of directly buying passes. Yeah. That or like full art cards, like having this full art Iono. I don't need this, but for the people that do, hey, make it so that they can buy it for $5 kind of thing, like $1 or $5 or whatever happy medium they decide on. What do I need to get into? Rare candy. Are we running Arv in this build? Should have looked over the list before I just hopped into game. Let's do that. Let's do that. I'm sorry, guys. My head's not in it right now. Honestly, I might just swap over to Hearthstone and just play something kind of chill tonight. The defending Pokemon takes 50 more damage from attacks. Sure. Yeah, like I'm kind of leaning towards we just hard retreat this, go into this, reattach, pass. Just so we don't get our main attacker knocked out. Give us trading back. I don't think they're bringing trading back. Adding crafting is good. Crafting was like the correct move for them to do. Trading, there's not really any logic to it. I wish we had a way to break down cards that we don't want. Like full art trainers. I don't like those, so I don't use them. If I could break them down and get 1/4 of their value in credits back, cool. Right? So if I get 4 copies of a full art Iono, like I can break it down and make a full art of a card I do want. Or if I break down the full art, I can make just a regular version of a card. Right? Just to help people actually be able to build decks when they get copies of cards that they have no intention of using. Or when you pull like a Cyclizar EX. Death, like, why are you licking everything, man? How you doing though, bud? All right, so they're going Call for Family, which should be for another monkey. Oh, going for a Serena. So all I need to do is Gust KO one of those at some point, and we're fine. Oh, we do have Arvin. I should have just gone for that. I could. When I had the Luminion, it would have been put down Luminion, get Arvin. Arvin gets me 4 Sealstone rare candy. We rare candy into the Flygon. We would have been just taking KOs already. That's okay. That's why you should look over your deck list before you just start playing game. Honestly, I might just do that. Well, what V do I even get? Monkey? Let's do that. Get monkey. Get another one of these. Potentially that. Yeah, let's just do that. This feels like a waste, but at least we can get an attack off. It's from memory. I don't think their attack does weakness when they do evolve up. And at the same point, I can just go into a little guy and it's like, yeah, knock it out. I don't care. Take it a single prizer. You're doing good, Deathlike. Glad to hear it, man. Glad to hear it. You get any new like cool Warhammer stuff? Or Magic? Because you bought a bunch of Jumpstart packs, yeah? I feel like that was you that was posting about that in the Discord. Yeah? We did that for our commander. Like we do a Monday Night Magic just with a couple buddies. We normally do like a table of commander, but yeah, I ended up getting like 8 packs of Jumpstart and we tried that. Pretty good. Jagger, how's it going? How are the games going? Games are all right. I'll be honest. I'm a bit out of it today. Not playing the best. But no, the games are fine. All right, what are they bossing up? The Latias or the Flygon? The Bonnet. Okay. They're gusting Bonnet to try and stall. They don't realize that Latias gives it free retreat. That's happening. That's like bought a bunch of Foundation Jumpstarts. Nice. Have you cracked into them yet? Chuck that on Shaw. Let's go into that. Hey, Caro. Is there a cornerstone in this deck? No. I don't think so. We can double check the list. It's a list from last week. I kind of just hopped on and was like, I don't know what I'm going to play tonight. Let's send it back with this. So off the top of my head, the deck list, I'm not too sure. If you're on Twitch, there's the little icon on the screen. You can click and see the deck list. For YouTube, I don't think we have that set up though. But we can check it after this match. Jagger, they probably didn't think about the Latias. Probably not. Probably not. Just trying to get some stall in, I guess. Why? Why are you benching? I'm doing some odd plays, but why? Unless they're going to hard retreat into that Jirachi? Keep your monkey alive? Maze, welcome to the Goomba game, bud. Okay, nope. They're just let me knock out the monkey. Cool. Actually, do I need to be concerned about you? Maybe they're on reversal energy? That would be like the only risk, right? Is they check reversal energy on. They're doing 190. Maybe they take a knockout. Not even like a big knockout, because I just bounce into little things, but take the option away from them. They just yeah, fair. Jagger, anytime you play basically whatever deck aligns with your daily challenges, so basically either Lugia or Goldango. Fair. Deathlight, you posted what you got. Did you? All the pulls already? I'll have to suss it out. I'll have to suss it out. But yeah, the Flygon deck. Oh, did it reset the ladder? Okay, that explains it. Yeah, it's been a bit since we've been on. I'm like, I was Arceus. Now we're Pikachu. That's why we're running into weird stuff. Okay. I say we're running into weird stuff as I'm running Flygon. But no, this build, we aren't using the cornerstone. It was just a list somebody submitted in the Discord last week. I think there was one version where it was kind of like more walls, and then there was one where it was like a bit more aggressive with poison, like having the Petrant just to scale up damage. And I kind of like that idea more than just bouncing into things that people can't hit. I like being able to hit and it's like, okay, take more damage and then just repeat. You could absolutely build this with like Cornerstone, Mask Order Pawn, Mimikyus. 1 second. Cornerstone, Mask Order Pawn, and Mimikyu though. It would just be effectively cutting out the Petrant, right? Like just sack these. All right. 1, maybe 2 more games with this, or do I just grind out matches to get ranks up? I hate how it resets it though. I thought if you're in Arceus, it just rolls you back to beginning of Master, or if there was the big change, right? They added the ELO in. May's going to try this deck out later since you already have 3 Flygons. Nice. It's pretty fun. I wouldn't say it's like top tier by any means, but yeah, for just like some casual games on ladder, it's pretty good. You also have the donk potential. Like we can go first and potentially go Petrant in the active, group on it, poison the opponent. Between turns, they take 7. It's a bit silly. But then we have some dookie starts like this, and you can't do that. What is this? Well, that's not a great start. All right, we put that down just because I don't want to risk getting donked. I have no idea what they would be playing though. I'm seeing Eevees and Nimbles, so I'm guessing it's just somebody's thrown together a deck with cards they like. I don't think we have any relevant evolutions at the moment. Next set that changes. Currently, none that I can think of. It's a Viper. If your opponent's active Pokemon's an evolution, this does 50 more damage. Okay. Yeah, I feel like I'm about to bully somebody that's actually new to the game. Not gonna IO them to a 6-card hand. No. Yeah. Charlie's gonna get us Petrant. It's gonna get us Bonnet. So we get the poison combo. And then I'm thinking we just grab 2 Flygons. Right? That can be up to 70. I think it gets me up to 60. I do need Sneasler down too, don't I? Feels excessive. But it means I get a knockout this turn. And I'm getting that sequencing all wrong. I should have done the poison before I went in the active, because now I'm hurting myself. Yeah, let's get that on here. And we pass. It's just not in it for the sequencing. Oh. It's almost Christmas break, guys. Got some time off coming. Just need a little bit of time to reset. Yeah. I don't know. For those of you that have been around the Discord, at least, I've not been hiding the fact that, yeah, I'm just getting a bit burnt out at work right now, and it's showing. Says 50 damage to one of your opponent's Pokemon. The stacks damage isn't affected by weakness. Oh, okay. That's fine. Do I actually need to worry about you? Just trying to think. What do I have that can knock you out? I'd have to evolve him, right? Arvin can get me not quite enough. If I manually evolve, he hits me for 50 again. Huh. Yeah, a bit annoying, actually. We just, I don't know. I don't know. Hope to get into a rare candy. Don't get into a rare candy. Awkward. All right, well, we can do that. I guess if they knock out the Trap Pincher on the bench, we take a knockout between turns. Peasantipity comes online. They won't really have anything to attack the following turn. Even if they knock out Petch, Poison's still doing 30 between turns. We take out the Umbreon. So if they didn't go for the Trap Inch. Probably shouldn't have benched out, though. Okay, so I actually do need Petrant to live. They figured it out. I should have manually evolved this last turn, I guess. That's all good. Get another one of these. See if I can get into an Arvin for rare candy. Beautiful. Can't see them having anything that has enough health that I need this, but don't really need any other tools. And then, yeah, I think we just hand them this. Don't want to risk leaving the Flygon in the active since it is weak to grass and they've got these Nimbles. And I'm not too sure what the evolution does, to be honest. While we are playing into what feels like a bit of a shoebox deck, you still have to give them benefit of the doubt. They could have something. This attack does 40 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. Okay. Boss, bring that up. Give it bonk. I'll just leave them. They're using a dark type one. I don't have to be worried about weakness. They're actually playing this out. Okay. Anything in the bin worth getting? Nah. Just bonk. Okay. Straight drawing 3. Maybe they find another low kick. They do have free retreat off the Morpeko, so they could go attach, retreat. Scale up by 20 or 10? But actually doing enough, it might be a risk. 40. 40 more damage for each damage counter on your opponent's active Pokemon. They actually get a KO. Nice. Never mind, they don't. Okay. Let's just Ultra Ball some stuff away. Yeah, let's get rid of that. That's Evolve, bonk. And I should, I guess, be playing it safer. Yeah, I think we're just grinding. Just grinding games tonight. I definitely missed the fact that with the ELO change, they fully reset the ladder again. So I thought they did that last season and kind of done with it. All right, we pivot into Flygon, we knock them out, we move on with our lives. Bunk. Okay, so how far up do we need to get on this? It's what, 13 for a win? Decent ways to go. Decent ways for us to go. Don't think we're getting back up to Masters tonight. Friday, we've got the budget build battles tournament, so yeah, it might take us a while. And like now we're paired into somebody that's in Master League. Does that give us more points, maybe? Have they adjusted this? Jagger, the better the streak, the more ELO you get. I believe so, but I don't think the ELO actually kicks in until you get to Arceus. I think the win streak just applies to how many points you get for like leveling up the battle pass. Leveling up the battle pass or like leveling up your profile. We'll take a look at it after this match. Because we just got 13 points when we won that one. So we'll see if we get more. Maybe they did adjust that. Okay, so we're into Archaladon. Opening the pitch. I don't have a way to get it into the active, but I do have a way to poison them. Really wish we could have gotten into him, though. Right, because if we had done that, he'd be on 80 between turns, gets knocked out. Not bad. You've been busy with work, so I haven't played in a minute. Yeah, honestly, that's fair, man. I'm on the same. I typically stream Wednesday nights, Friday night, but like I skipped last Friday just because I'm just exhausted. Even like tonight, I was like, do I bother? We're hopping on for a bit though. Nothing too crazy though. But we do have the budget build battle tournament Friday night. So if anyone's keen for that, single prize format. So no rule boxes, no EXs, no Vs, no Radiants, no A specs, and 2 copies of a card with the same name. So yeah, a little bit different than the standard format. We're doing a top 8 for the season as well. So the season's going to go until December 20th. And then at that point, the top 8 players of the season overall will be going into like an invitational event. So it's coming up pretty quick. We are getting absolutely nothing off this. This is painful. They also get nothing. Like there's no way they're also just like top decking into nonsense. Okay. Oh, got a failings in the chat. Let's get him. Like there's no way they haven't found an Archaladon yet, right? Surely they have one. Watch, they have a bad hand too, but have an Iono. They realize you have been dead drawing, so they make the right play and not use it. But they also have an Arvid. Yeah, well, 100%. Like if they're holding a Iono, you buy some time when you have it, right? They use it. They put me into an actual out. They're having a bad time. Take an extra turn. Like even if I get a prize off this dying to poison, it's not going to impact the match very much. Put that down and pass. Right, I put this down. They're holding Archaladon. They have Gust. It just dies before I get a chance to use it. This gets knocked out. They evolve one of these into Archaladon. They knock this out. Petrant goes in the active. We attach Rescue Board to it. We can at least pivot into the Oranguru. Get tools off it that way without losing the potential for it. But we did also just get Arven off the prizes. So maybe it's just Arven for the little go-kart thing. Doesn't even get a Fez trigger. He died between turns. Poor guy. Good call scooping it up. We do this. Is it in here? There we go. Trolley. Do I get the seal stone? I feel like I just get another one of these. Get one of those. We get bonnet. Be bonnet double Flygon. Or bonnet double trap inch. Maybe this does need to be a seal stone. Get one of those just for safety. Do I want a petch? I don't mind the idea of a backup petch. That does also feel like unneeded. Now the seal stone feels silly. Okay. But yeah, I'm kind of banking on this is going to get knocked out. This gets knocked out. We can bench or anger. We can attach 4 seal stone to it. I can get myself into a Flygon. Legend, how you going, buddy? Toasty! Jagger, that's a big old oof right there. Which? What is the oof? CT trying out the Frigoraph in Hydreigon to patch up the terrible matchup, and you're getting rewarded for the pick, but the one thing the deck needs is consistency. Yeah, like Hydreigon, it's one of those things where it's a really fun concept, but when you're running into decks that are just hyper consistent, like Zard, Raging Bolt, etc., like they have one thing they want to do, they're able to do it very consistently, game after game after game, whereas you need a lot of pieces to kind of line up and get there. It's a little tricky. What did you knock out? You take out my Latias. Rude. Like, right call. Well, actually, taking out the Fez probably would have been better for you. But anywho, that means I get to keep this. I think we're going for an Arven off of it. Let's use this first, see what we get into, I guess. Maybe I didn't need to bench you. I did. We're not punished. It's okay. I didn't need to bench him. I think I've only got one more game in me after this, guys, to be honest. Right. Got double mochi. Let's just get that. I've got backup petch. What am I getting rid of here? Energy. Sack an energy, sack a trap inch. They need 3 prizes. If they're taking out a trap inch, it just kind of is what it is at that point. Just burning it. Like, just get the double Flygon out. All right, math-wise, what are we doing? Decent number? I don't think it kills. We do 170 between turns. He takes 80 more. He goes up to 250. If they don't retreat out, he dies coming back to my turn. Oh, well, and if they don't knock this out, but... Yeah, gust around is to take out like an Oranger or something, and you get punished. I like it. Yeah, how you doing, Legend? The churro scenario? Ah, yeah. Oh, and they bench the Pheasantipity, and we're like, oh, it doesn't work. Yeah. Yeah. That was a bit silly. This could be an issue. I guess the Dialga just came out, though. We need to deal with him. Because if we leave that Dialga alive and they get into the switching whatever, where they just like bounce it into the active, get all the energy, get their V-Star attack off, could be a bit problematic. Fetch being dead, I don't have any way to take him out now. So we do have to waste an attack taking him out. And then they go Dura onto that. If I got boss that up, we're doing what, 170 with a Petch. Petch we get there, right? So we do have boss. Don't need you, don't need you. Have another Petch? I do have another Petch. So we do with that. Boss for game on their end. We'll see. And the nice thing about us knocking them out between turns with the poison is that means, yeah, Fez isn't online for them. So unless they're holding boss here, odds of them getting into it are a little bit tricky. How many energy have they burned? 5 are in the bin already. They just hit one off Pokestop. How many boss are they down now? 2. I feel like they'd be running high counts. They would have just palpated both of them back in, yeah. They are digging for that boss. You've got a Surging Sparks ETB from drop, so you don't have to claim it. Oh, on Twitch? Yeah, I'm not too sure how it works. Because on mine, anytime I get them, it says it's linked to my account. And I'm like, oh, okay. Where is it then? Calling it shenanigans. So yeah, I can't really help you on that one, but there should be some instructions on Twitch on how to do it. I feel like it should also just give you a code card in some way, shape, or form. Why are you scramble switching him? Okay. Well, I can't bounce into little guys anymore, which means I have to bounce Flygons into Flygon. I can Iono them down to a 1-card hand. Don't hate that idea. And I feel like I put Sneasler down just to pump up the damage output a little bit more. Would you have made more sense? He probably would have made more sense to try and get into. Does 240. Finding Mochi gets set up to 280. Might have been the play. Anywho, I feel like I need to gust around them. Which means, do we have... Maybe... I don't know. I don't need that. If I get a bench space, the game's over. Do we have counter catcher still? We do. I don't know them to one and counter catcher, or Arvin get counter catcher. I feel like we've got to Iono and go for it. Beautiful. Yeah, just leave him in the active. Okay, now I just need to find boss, and we found it off the prizes. So if he doesn't have boss, I boss the Gren for a game. Phil, how you doing, man? How's the UK going for you today? Okay, they don't have boss. We do. That'll be game. Had to slug it out a little bit at the end there. Just in case PTCGL plays funny for some reason. Bit of ice slugfest. Took us a while to get into that one, but yeah, we brought it back, so I can't really complain. Jagger, you link your... What are you saying about it? Link your Twitch to your Pokemon account, you go to it, and then you copy and paste the code in live. Have to see your account. Okay. Yaja, your boy JT, how you going? I'm doing well, doing well. Would I have a chance to run a 3v game or two? Maybe. Do you have a deck ready to go? We could do one. I said I'm probably just doing one more game and then I'm calling it a night. I'm be honest, I'm just burnt out. And they did this ladder reset on PTCGL, so the quality of games we're getting right now is not great. But it also kind of works out because I'm not playing very well right now. I might just send back one more game with Flygon, and then, yeah, if you have a list ready to go, sure, we can play one. I don't typically do viewer matches, though, so just keep that in mind. But yeah, it's your first time coming by and chatting. Always keen to help people kind of get into the format. So if it's your first time by, then yeah, we can do it. You've got a deck ready? Easy. Just add me on PTCGL. Vice! How you going, man? How are you going? Dumb dude's raid incoming? Were you in Vice's and in mine? How'd you know the raid was incoming? Calling shenanigans. Doing good. Vice, how you doing? Yeah, good? Yeah. I'm out of it today, man. I'll be honest. So apologies to your community. Thanks very much for bringing them by. Triple B TCG. Tonight we're just doing some workshops, which I'll be honest, I'm just burnt out from work this week, guys. We're playing some Flygon. It's pretty chill. Kind of just shutting my brain off, bonking things in the active, poisoning them, occasionally getting a donk. It's good time. Yeah, how was Vice's stream? What were you guys working on tonight? I know he's very much the master chef of deck lists, so I was keen to pop in for a bit. I was lurking for a bit earlier in his stream, trying to get some stuff done around the house. I had like the headset on, was kind of listening, but yeah, didn't catch too much. Do we want to go first? Yeah, I think we go first. Made it to Masters tonight. Nice. I apparently haven't jumped on since they reset it. When did they reset it? Last week? They got me in Pikachu again. I was like, what is this nonsense? I thought once I got to Arceus, it was like set. And then it just rolls you back to the beginning of Masters. And then they did the full reset again. Because last season they did this. They're like, everybody back to Pikachu, grind back up. And it's like, okay, we'll do it one more time. And then like get an idea of where we're all meant to be for like ELO purposes. And they're like, oh yeah, we didn't do that. Reset it again. Like, why? Just all out Blitzel's Tusk list. Fair. Got to bail, go for dinner. Enjoy, man. Thanks very much for bringing the community by. Yeah, enjoy your time. Maybe I'll see you at this week's Budget Build Battles tournament. Yeah, you come by Friday. Yeah. Want to play though, huh? Dumb dude, I don't really do viewer matches. I was just saying to someone earlier, I don't do viewer matches. They're asking about like my custom format though. And so it's like, okay. So if it's your first time coming by the stream and you're specifically asking about budget build battles, I'll make an exception. But no, I don't normally do viewer matches. What's happening here? Waiting for my opponent to finish setting up. Oh wait. Did their game freeze? Opponent was in. Oh, okay, cool. I think I need to grind matches offline. These early ranks are painful. And yeah, it gave me 13 points again. I don't think that scales with win streak. Hate this grind. They better keep it that, yeah, when you get to Masters rank, it's locked at Masters rank again. I don't know why they've removed that. And this better just be while they're figuring out the ELO thing. Jackie, just accepting that friend request for you, man. Is there anything particular you want to play into, or you're just like, it's literally your first time trying out the format and just want to get some reps in? So I might just go with this. I think this is what I ran last week. That or fire? Spread or fire? Anything's cool with you? Okay. I might go with this then. Because it's your first time trying out the format, yeah? If it's your first time, I don't want to go into you with like frost loss. Cat, you know it latches at Arceus rank? Does it? Because I got to Arceus last season and I'm at Pikachu again. I think they've messed around with things again. I'm hoping it's the last time they're doing it though. It's like now that they got the ELO thing in place, like, hey, if I get to Arceus, just stay at least in the Masters. Because like when they reset the season, I could understand going from Arceus back to 1500, like whatever the benchmark is for the ELO, or back to the beginning of Masters and then having to grind up. Going right back to Pikachu doesn't make any sense. Because it's like, well, you're going to have people that are playing meta-relevant decks against... What was that one we thought had like low kick? I was like, what is this? Just feel like I'm bullying. Gonna lurk for a bit, Jagger? Oh, good, man. Oh, good. Enjoy your dinner. The rank always resets now, FJ? Right back to the beginning? Because I know last season they were trying something new out. Like when they changed the battle pass, it was like, okay, they're restructuring it all. And then now it sounded like they're restructuring it to incorporate an ELO. So I'm hoping now that they're incorporating an ELO, maybe they're going back to how it was. But yeah, we'll see. Because if it sticks to resetting it back to Pikachu every season, this is absolute nonsense. When they reset it last week, everyone went, yeah. No, I know that everyone went back to Pikachu. I'm just wanting to know if anyone's heard anything about going forward from this season. Have they said anything? Like once you get to Arceus and you start getting the actual ELO, are you just going to stay at that level or is it going to always reset it? If it resets every season, that's just silly. All right, what are we into here? Haxorus. Ooh, that's kind of cool. Also, opening Torkoal, not super cool. Don't really want to research this hand. I feel like I need to get Charmander out sooner, though. The Doof would be good. Do we have the full Doof line? We do. How many Charmanders are in there? 2. I think we are just researching this then. Right? Because holding Airzu isn't doing us anything here. In that, there's Fire Energy in the discard. Chuyu might be able to get it back. Nah, I'm wishing I had grabbed the Doof, but at the same time, it wouldn't have done much for me. And yeah, let's just do that. Maybe next turn I find my way into a Charizard, be rare candy up, we can start attacking. Haven't said anything about it resetting anymore, just that Arceus will only face Arceus. Okay, well, that's good. I hope that it kind of stays at that. CT latches at Arceus rank in the season, but you got thrown back to Pikachu. Yeah. I'm hoping this season is the last that they're doing that. Like they're figuring out what they want to do with the ranked ladder. And now that they've kind of got something in place, I'm hoping that's the last of it. Legend wrong Charmander. Why? What Charmander should I be running? I like this one. We're not playing on ladder. We're playing budget build battles right now, Legend. Had someone come by that wants to try out the format. I'm like, yeah, we can play a match. So for budget build battles, I like this one. Because he can get energy out of the deck. 70 HP one. Nah, I don't have to worry about Dragon Bolt. Dragon Bolt doesn't exist in this. We fine. Well, probably not fine because Haxorus is going to just destroy us next turn. But in case he doesn't, what's Haxorus? How much damage does Haxorus do? Do I check a cape on this? Considering checking a cape on this, maybe I live. I live, and the next turn I flip a bunch of coins. And if he kills me, I go down by 2 prizes, and that's not great. But I've got a Mela, so I just Mela onto Chuyu, then attach return onto Chuyu, and then I swing for 130? 140. So 170 with that 30 damage I just did. Well, he does 230 damage. Yeah, no, even with a Cape Torkoal still dies. Mistakes have been made. Mistakes have been made. All right, they've got a fighting. I'm guessing the steal to hand. I'll steal right onto it. Yep. Shouldn't have put a cape on there. We do get the KO into the Haxorus on the following turn, though. Is the only saving grace of this, but the fact that the cape is on there is felt like a waste. They've got the double rodent combo. Ooh, I'm jealous. They've been to the second Haxorus, though. Easy enough to Night Stretcher him back, though. Let's do that. Like, I kind of want to vessel this away just to get more cards off Milla. But that feels wrong. Yeah, we're doing it. I need backup Pokemon. Worth it. All right, we swing for 140. He's ahead on prizes, so that Vest isn't doing anything. Arvin could be useful. To you, are you going to get to survive, though? Or do they have the crackback? Because they go rare candy, attach steel, bonk. Don't you Iono me. Don't you do that. Is that any Pokemon? Not just fighting Pokemon. Huh. That's pretty legit. I don't know why I had it in my head always. Gutsy Pickaxe is like bench fighting Pokemon. I don't know. I guess the fact that it's limited to it has to be on the top of your deck, whereas something like Electro Generators, like the top 5, if you find them, put them on your bench lightning Pokemon. It's like, nah, you're seeing one card. If you happen to hit an energy, good for you. Put it on the bench. All right, we're seeing some more Axus coming down. Another Iono showing up. I don't think I get to keep this. Oh, apparently I get to keep this. Okay. All right. They got heads off the Ultra Evolution, but I'm pretty sure they are all out. Right? Search deck for a Haxorus. Yeah, but both of them are in the discard pile. We good. Do I just hatch Hard Retreat? Trying to recall if I ran Rescue Board or anything in here. Or if I just go for an Evo TM, to be honest. Charmeleon's dead, though. Do that, though. Could do that. Get some energy back in. Get Charmeleon back in. Honestly, don't hate that idea. Gonna go into the Chu-Yu. FW with the sub. Cheers, man. How you doing? All right, let's get that back. Get 2 of these back. Chuck that on here. Chuck that on here. That's nice. Need it? Don't need it. Do I want it? Yes. And yeah, we get the Evo TM. Charmeleon's out. And Armorge is out. And it's got an experience share on him. Which is big stonks. Yeah, MW, how you doing, man? How are you doing? Probably play some catch up on chat. Caris, your guess is considering how they have. Your guess is considering how they changed so you don't lose rank until Master Ball. They're planning on resetting everyone each time. What do you mean you don't lose rank? So if I win a game, I get points and I move up the ladder. But if I lose a game, I don't lose points. Really? So the ladder has just become just grind games and eventually you'll get to Master League? No, please, no, that's not right, right? Actually, I don't know about that. I could see them doing that up until Great League. I'll keep an eye on it once we get up there. I've got to grind more matches before we see. Don't lose points until Master Ball rank. Okay, so Master Ball is where it's like really determining your yellow then. Like that's the thing. That's fine. But that is a little odd. Maybe they will reset it then. Unless maybe once you get to Arceus, though, I feel like it should only ever roll you back to beginning of Masters. Even with that other stuff. Like it just makes the most sense. Let's do that. Touch. Basin. He'll just always get a KO on us. So that's fine. Taking a little bit of damage. I'm okay with that. How are they going for Haxorus? They got one back in their deck. Okay. Arvin for Ultra Ball. No, tools. That's my easy discard. Ultra Ball for another Ultra Ball, apparently. Okay. Feels like overkill. Going to him, and we swing. Yellow doesn't technically start till Arceus. I know, but that's what I'm saying is like once you get to master rank, if that's when you lose a game, you lose ranking, that's effectively an ELO in itself, right? Like you can't just keep playing games and get through to the end. You actually need to perform to a degree to get past Master League and into the ELO. Like that's where there's at least like a pseudo ranked system comes in play. You do well, you move up. Instead of you play, you move up. And then once you get to Arceus, it actually factors in, hey, put it into people like within kind of your bracket of skill level. How am I doing? I'm going all right, MW. Bit burnt out. This will be the last game for tonight. It's just been a hectic time at work recently. But no, overall doing okay. How you doing? We get a card. It's not a very good card, but it's a card. Okay, we can base in. I'm just gonna base in the energy to this Charmander because he's kind of irrelevant, right? He's just a bench sitter. He can hang on to the energy for us. Spreading the fire around. A bit of a lag between chat and the stream, though, as you're on mobile. Looking forward to Friday and claiming second victory. I'm keen to see how you go on Friday. Honestly, it's been a bit since we've got to have you by for one of the tournaments. You're in contention for top 8 of the season still. So yeah, I think if you win one, you'll go up pretty far. I think you're on 25 points right now. So if you win, you get 50 and you'll be at 40. And I think second place is only on 50 points right now. So you should be fine to get into the invitational. You got a list cooked up, or are you just running it back with something? Played 1-1. Currently undefeated. No big deal. Nah, it's awesome. I know the timing of the tournament makes it a little bit tricky for you, so I do appreciate when we get to see your name popping up. Okay, well, he is the dead. Could go into the Chuyu. Chuyu doesn't get a KO. I could go into Zard. Zard does get a KO. Right? Because he's doing what? 140? It's not enough. Is the turtle back? I feel like I just pumped this Entei. I don't have to lose any energy that way. What's that put me at? 180? Yeah, I'll keep these in play. I don't need to overcommit. We could have gone. I got a couple of lists we're working on. Lost Zone, Ancient, Future. Nice. Then there's the Arcanine list. The High Suited one? High Suited Arcanine slaps in that format. I love it. Very surprised that with what limited cards there are in this format, not a single player has played Colrus or the other Colrus. They're such good draw cards. Colrus's Tenacity has seen play. I think in Festival Lead, people were running it just as a way to get into Festival Grounds and like guarantee energies. And also just in like special energy dependent decks, it did see some play. It's just one of those things of then you run the risk of if you pair into someone with Curum, you get hard, very punished very hard. So that's why I don't put it in decks. The Colrus for Look at 5, Lost Zone 3. Oh no, it's keep 3, Lost Zone 2. Come on, brain gears, keep up. It's a good card. Outside of Lost Box, though, I don't think it's really worth it. Just because we do have things like Morty, right? Like Morty is sack 1, straight draw 6. It's less punishing. There's Hassle that's a look at the top 8 and keep 5, put 3 back in your deck. Like there's just other options you can be using that don't take cards completely out of the game. Because when you are limited to 2 copies of a card, if you're having to Lost Zone them ever, you are setting yourself back pretty far. Like I don't hate it for stage 2 decks, right? Because it's like, oh, you're holding the stage 2 Pokemon. Just look at the next 5, find the rare candy, go from there. But the fact that we have things like Mortys and Hassles, it kind of just fills that same niche. And because it is a single prize format, you can be taking that little bit of extra time and like not needing to rush. Yeah, cheers, T. Thanks very much for trying out the format. What do you think of it? The Haxorus is scary. That was a little scary. I didn't recall what it did. Like, I know the first attack bringing down the axe, but yeah, the second attack, I'm like, oh, it's been a bit. What kind of numbers does it hit? And then when you came down, you're like 230. It's like concerning. That is a pretty intimidating deck. Do you have any secondary attackers in there though, or is it just Haxorus and the Bibarel? Because I think that would be the one thing I'd call out for you is maybe look into some basic Pokemon you could slot in there just to kind of help out. I don't know if it's even just like a Flutter Mane or something where it's like, hey, and have this sat in the active, 3 colorless energy to attack. Because like when you're charging up the Bibarel as a backup attacker, it's like, oh no, he's having a bad time. So I think that would be my only call out to you is just look into backup attackers and maybe experiment with that a little. Do you like where your head's at with the Haxorus though? I think you could be onto something. But I'll be honest, guys, I think I'm going to call it there tonight. I know it's a little bit of a shorter stream than normal. We usually go for another hour. I'm just tired. My head's not really in it. And yeah, I don't really feel like I'm putting out great content for you right now. like the format a lot. Wish more players would jump in on it. Only Haxorus 230 should KO everything in the format. Yes, it does KO everything in the format, but it's just one of those things of if you don't have a backup one ready to go, like there was turns where, yeah, you just didn't have another one. And it's like, well, is there anything else you can get into? Like if you're ever in a situation where you don't have a second Axu down, and it's like they take out your Haxorus, you're playing catch up for at least 2 turns to get back into it. So it's just food for thought. Not saying like absolutely go and do it, but it's just something to kind of like think on. Yeah, we're trying to grow the format. I've got to start posting about it more on YouTube, I think, because we used to do the top 8 deck list videos each week. But it was just one of those things of to do it, I was staying up until about 2 in the morning. And the videos really perform very well, let's say. So I'm going to try and get into the habit of doing like a monthly review of the format. How like you'll see people doing like, oh, these are the top 10 decks of December for standard. And we're just going to try and do something like that for this, I think. Because then I can take a look back on the month. Ideally, we have 4 of the Friday night Australian ones. And then there's the one special event for America or North America. So then it's the top 2 decks from each of those tournaments. That gives us like 10 pretty solid decks to go off of. So I think we're going to go do that and kind of just review the finals lists. I did add the finals deck list thing in Discord, and I think that's where we're going to try and also just if there's like crazy new concepts that come out, like honorable mentions and stuff like that. So I don't know, I'd love to get your guys kind of thoughts and feedback on that as a concept for videos. And then just doing like a full breakdown of here are the staple cards, here's some ideas for like deck building to kind of help people dip their toes into the format. But maybe we do go back to doing the top 8 videos. I'm just, is one of those things if life gets busy and doing a full work week and then streaming and not finishing until 2 a.m. It was just like, no, this is taking a toll. MW, you're building a couple yesterday and was thinking of throwing a Curum in the list as there was space. So you went through the list, played, and didn't see a single chorus, so then thought there was no point in that. Yeah. It's not like in standard where you'll just like run into Lost Box and it's kind of like a free thing, right? Obviously, if you pair into Lost Box, like people do run Lost Box. So yeah, Curum is pretty free in that. Also Festival Lead. Yeah, like I think that's the only other one I've seen where Colress's Tenacity comes up, but Colress's Experiment, outside of Lost Box, it hasn't really shown up. So if you don't have a way to just like cheat the attack, like how a Regidrago V-Star can in standard, it's not really worth the space. Like Slowking, there's a Slowking deck that Milky tried to make work, and it had Curum in it, and it was kind of terrifying. Oh yeah, it's kind of scary. Oh, you like that as it would give you an idea for building a deck so you can start to take part. Yeah, absolutely. No, we can do that. Because yeah, you used to do the weekly recaps, but I don't know. Like, did you watch those ones, Phil? Or are you kind of newer to the channel? Because I haven't done them for like a month or so. I feel like I've been seeing your name pop up recently. I'm not sure if you were around when I was doing like the weekly things though. I'm rambling though. Yeah, I think we're calling it. I'll see who else is online. We'll raid out somewhere. Who do we got on? Has anyone heard of No Edit Nolo? Oh, never mind. It's giving me like a content warning when I clicked on it. That's a no for me then. And then we've also got Moon Kitty Shira. Is anyone familiar with them? Doo-doo shoes? What? MW, suppose it could work in Reggie with Thornton. That could be kind of spicy. You're newer to the channel, Phil? Okay, fair. But yeah, if you are wanting to kind of get an idea of the format, there is quite a few videos on YouTube for it where I would do like weekly recaps, kind of going through like, hey, this is what did well this week, and going through the top 8 deck lists. So you should be able to find something on there. And yeah, they for the most part be still pretty relevant. Like Surging Sparks didn't change up too much. It introduced a couple new decks, but it didn't really change how decks are built. So to kind of get your foot in the door, it'd be a good one to dip your toes in. All right. Getting right into doo-doo shoes. Mostly just because the username made me giggle. And I'm going to go to bed. But yeah, we'll be back Friday, guys. Might be starting pretty close to tournament time. I'll be completely honest. I do have a Christmas party right before it. So should time out that we're live in time for the tournament. But yeah, it might be like 10 minutes before we're going. So I hope to see you all there. If you haven't already signed up, I will post the link for it. Yeah. And yeah. Till next time, stay golden.